Hi everybody, this is Miss Mary and welcome to Super Skills for Kids. Today we're going to talk about the letter D. Okay. I've got an uppercase D and a lowercase d, and let's see how we make them. So for an uppercase D, we're going to make a line down, and then we're going to make half a circle from the top to the bottom of that line. So a line down, and then half a circle from the top to the bottom of the line. For a lowercase d, we also start with a line down, but we're going to make more of a full circle, like that, connected to the line, but it's only going to go halfway up the line. Okay? So a line down, and then a full circle that only goes halfway up, and that's a lowercase d. And what does a D sound like? D, D, like the start of its name, D. Okay, D. And can you tell what our word of the day is? It's a D word, duck. Okay, there's a mama duck and her two little ducklings. Okay? And I have a book that also has a mama duck and two little ducklings. It's called Duck Duck, and then it's another D word. You tell what this is under here? It might be kind of hard to tell. Duck Duck Dinosaur. Okay? And it's written by Callie George and illustrated by Oriel Vidal. And it looks like we start out with a pond. And right here it says ducks. It's letting people know that if they come to that pond, they might see some ducks. And there's our duck with a great big egg. It looks like she's pushing the egg along. Mama Duck's eggs hadn't hatched yet, but already she felt like the luckiest duck in the pond. Soon she would have a big, happy family. Here she's got 1, 2 little eggs down here, and this one big egg up here. So she has 3 eggs altogether. At last, one egg began to wiggle. It wiggled and wobbled, and then, crack! Out hatched a very fluffy duckling. With a quack and a kiss, Mama named her Feather. Then, wiggle wobble, crack! Out hatched another duckling, flapping his wings. With a quack and a kiss, Mama named him Flap. Look how big you both are, she said. I am big, said Feather. I am full of bigness. I'm big too, said Flap. Feather fluffed herself up. She made herself all fluffy. But I am bigger, she said. Now, said Mama. But the ducklings kept arguing. They didn't notice that the last egg was rocking slowly. Back and forth, back and forth. Crack! Big! Wow. Does that look like the other ducklings? And he was big. With a quack and a kiss, Mama named him Spike. Well, why do you think she named him Spike? Does it look like he has some little spikes along here? Spike smiled at his sister and brother. Oh, what a sweet family, said Mama. And how does sister and brother look? Maybe a little suspicious? Spike is very big. I am sweet, said Feather, giving Mama a flower. I have oodles of sweetness. I'm sweet too, said Flap. He handed Mama a whole bouquet. But I am sweeter, said Feather. Sweet, says Spike. And what is Spike bringing? Looks like he's got a whole tree to bring Mama. Mama giggled. Oh, what a funny family. I I am funny, said Feather. I am bursting with funniness. She made a funny face. She did a little dance. She dove into the pond with a splash. I'm funny too, said Flap. But I am funnier, said Feather. And the ducklings kept arguing. Funny! Whoosh! There goes Spike with the biggest splash of all. He blows his brother and sister right out of the water. I'm cold, said Feather. I am shaking with coldness. After they're in the water and they came out, they're a little cold. I'm cold too, Flap shivered. Brrr, says Spike. Oh, that won't do, said Mama. Who wants a cuddle? I do, said Feather. I do too, said Flap. Cuddle, says Spike. They all go running. And Mama's got Feather and Flap under one wing and Spike under another wing. With a quack and 3 kisses, they cuddled together. Under Mama's wings, no one was bigger or sweeter or funnier or better. They were all the best family. And you know what Spike says? Happy! And they were. The kids are all playing together. The end. And we're back to the pond, and it looks like the little ducks have hopped across the lily pads, and they're over here playing in the woods. Spike and the 2 ducklings. The end. Okay, well, we are going to make a duck right now out of paper, a paper plate, and some torn paper. Okay, are we ready to make our duck? It's really a duck's head. Okay, this is what it's going to look like. Looks a little bit like Big Bird, doesn't it? So we are going to start with a paper plate, and I explained to your grown-ups how you're going to be doing this, so they'll help you with this. We've got a paper plate, and I used some yellow tissue paper that I had around the house, but you could use white tissue paper or any kind of paper, really, as long as you can tear it, because we're going to tear it. And I have some regular white paper, some regular black paper, and some regular orange paper. If you don't have these colors, you can just use white paper and color them, okay? So I took a spice jar and I traced around it to make 2 big eyeballs. Okay, so because they're gonna look like this. And then I took my black paper and I actually just took a pencil and traced around a glue stick to make 2 little eyeballs, okay, to make the 2 little pupils. And to make my beak, I took my orange paper, or you can color some paper orange, and I folded it up a little ways, and then I just cut a triangle right along the fold, and that makes a flappy beak. Okay? So that's how we're going to get our eyes and our beak for our duck. And to get our duck feathers, like I said, I used yellow tissue paper, but you could use white tissue paper or any other color, or you can just use regular paper, as long as you can tear it. Okay, so I just hold the paper with one hand and I tear with the other hand. And it doesn't matter what shape you tear in or what size the pieces are. We're just going to tear a whole bunch of pieces of paper, and that's going to be our feathers for the duck's head. Okay, and you can just tear until you have a whole bunch. Okay, so I put a bunch of them in this little bowl. They're all ready to go. I'm going to take my paper plate and my glue stick. So if you have a glue stick, you know how to twist the top off and put that aside. and twist up from the bottom so you can get the glue to stick up, okay? If you don't have a glue stick and you have a bottle of glue, that's okay too. Twist the top to open it up, and then to make the glue come out, you're gonna squeeze the bottle, okay? So it doesn't matter if you use a glue stick or if you use liquid glue for this project. Okay, and if you have a glue stick, what I like to do, either one, actually with the liquid glue too, I like to put it all on at one time. So I'm just gonna cover my plate with glue. Okay, and I've got kind of a moldy plate. It's not so flat. Flat one would be a little better. So I'm gonna put glue on the edges too. So it's pretty much all covered with glue now. And since it's purple, you can see a little purple, but the purple goes away when it dries. Okay, then all I need to do is take those pieces that I ripped and just put them on the glue. And I can do that in any order I want. They're gonna stick because of all that glue I put on. Okay, and I'm just gonna try and cover up as much of the white as I can. I don't have to cover up at all. And I'll put it around the edges too. Okay, just everywhere I can get it, and it's gonna end up looking like this. Okay, that's my duck's head. Then I'm gonna take some more glue and put it on here. Put it on here. And then I can stick my duck's eyes on. Whoops, I didn't put enough glue on there. Let's put a little more on. Okay, pick up my eyeball here. So I'm gonna stick those eyes on. Get my other eye. Here we are. And stick that one on. And then put a little more glue on for my beak. And I'm gonna stick that on. Okay, and then I've got my duck's head. Okay. So, see if you can try that at home. Your grown-up can cut out the eyes and the beak for you, and you can glue the pupils on, or you can color some pupils on the eye, on the white eye. Or if you want to cut it yourself, your grown-up can help you cut it yourself if you have a child's scissors, okay? But the grown-up in your life can also cut them out for you, and you can be in charge of the tearing of the paper and the gluing of the paper on, and then the gluing of the eyes and the beak on. Okay, so I hope you have fun with that. Right. And one last thing before we go, I've got a song about ducklings too. Did you ever notice how ducklings and ducks, grown-up ducks too, they eat bugs and plants from the bottom of the pond? So they sometimes dip down to get the food from the bottom of the pond, and their little tail feathers stick up in the air. So I've got a little rhyme about that, a finger play, a little song that's called All the Little Ducks, and it goes like this. So here's our ducks. All the little ducks go upside down, upside down, upside down. All the little ducks go upside down as they dabble in the bottom of the pond. All the little tails go wiggle, waggle, wiggle, wiggle, waggle, wiggle, wiggle, waggle, wiggle. All their little tails go wiggle, waggle, wiggle as they dabble in the bottom of the pond. All their little beaks go flap, 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 flap. All their little beaks go flap, flap, flap as they dabble in the bottom of the pond. Okay, well, I hope you had fun with our Ducks Week and our letter D. And if you're out for a walk or if you happen to pass by a pond, you may see some ducks. This is the time of year where some types of ducks fly south for the winter. Now that it's getting cold, they go to someplace warmer, and they often stop at ponds along the way to get some food and spend the night. So look up in the sky if you're out on a walk and listen for those quacks, or look around if you're taking a walk and you happen to pass a marsh or a pond. You might see some letter D ducks. So thanks very much and have a great day.